Housekeepers at some of the country's nicest hotels walk past shelves of expensive cleaning products every single day and reach for a $1 brown bottle instead. It's probably sitting in your bathroom cabinet right now, behind the cotton balls, and you've only ever used it for one thing. You're about to find out why they know better. Grab your hydrogen peroxide. Number 3 looks like actual magic. Number 1. Turn it into a hospital-grade disinfectant. Let's start with the big one, because this is the trick that quietly powers half the cleaning carts in the hospitality world. Hydrogen peroxide isn't just an antiseptic for scraped knees. In its standard 3% household form, it's a legitimate, EPA-recognized disinfectant that kills bacteria, viruses, yeasts, and fungi. It works by releasing oxygen, and that burst of oxygen breaks down the cell walls and essential proteins of the microorganisms it touches. In plain English, it tears germs apart at the molecular level. Here's why housekeepers love it. It's genuinely effective against some of the nastiest household culprits, including the norovirus responsible for those miserable stomach bugs, along with common bacteria like E. coli, salmonella, and staph. That's the same lineup of germs that expensive antibacterial sprays brag about wiping out. To use it, pour the 3% peroxide straight into a spray bottle. Do not dilute it, and do not water it down. The most important detail is this: keep it in an opaque or dark-colored bottle, because light breaks peroxide down and makes it useless over time. That brown bottle it comes in isn't a coincidence. Spray it onto countertops, doorknobs, light switches, refrigerator handles, and other high-touch surfaces. Here's the part most people get wrong, though. You have to let it sit. Give it a full 5 to 10 minutes of contact time before you wipe it away. That dwell time is what actually kills the germs. Spraying and immediately wiping does almost nothing. One safety note the pros always follow: never mix hydrogen peroxide with vinegar in the same bottle, and never combine it with bleach. On their own, they're fine, but combined, they can create irritating or even dangerous fumes. Used solo, though, this is one of the cheapest disinfectants on the planet. Number 2. Erase yellow sweat stains from white shirts. You know the ones. Those crusty yellow patches that build up under the arms and around the collar of your favorite t-shirts and dress shirts. Most people give up and toss the shirt in the trash. Housekeepers do not, because they know those stains are no match for hydrogen peroxide. Those yellow marks are not just sweat. They are actually the result of the proteins and salts in your sweat reacting with the aluminum compounds in your antiperspirant. Over time, that reaction bakes a stubborn yellow crust into the fabric that regular detergent simply cannot lift. This is where peroxide shines, because it is a natural oxygen-based bleach. Unlike harsh chlorine bleach, which can actually make protein stains worse and turn them a deeper yellow, peroxide gently oxidizes the discoloration and breaks it apart without destroying the fabric. For the best results, mix roughly 1 part hydrogen peroxide with 2 parts water and add a spoonful of baking soda to form a loose paste for the toughest spots. Work it directly into the stained area, then let the shirt sit for about half an hour to an hour. You will often see the yellow start to fade before your eyes. After it has had time to work, wash the shirt like normal. Because peroxide is color safe when properly diluted, it is far gentler on your whites than bleach, and it will not leave that harsh chemical smell behind. That said, it is still a mild bleaching agent, so on brightly colored or delicate fabrics, you will want to test a hidden spot first before going all in. A single bottle can rescue an entire drawer of shirts you were about to throw away. It is the kind of trick that pays for itself the very first time you use it. Number 3, make blood stains vanish. This next one looks like actual magic the first time you see it, and it's a favorite in any setting where sheets and towels need to stay spotless. If you've ever tried to scrub a fresh blood stain out of a white sheet or a shirt, You know how frustrating it is. Hot water sets it, scrubbing spreads it. But pour a little hydrogen peroxide directly onto a bloodstain, and it immediately erupts into a fizzing, foaming reaction. That reaction isn't just for show. Blood contains an enzyme called catalase, and catalase is the natural enemy of hydrogen peroxide. The moment they meet, the catalase rapidly breaks the peroxide down into water and oxygen, and all that fizzing bubbles the blood proteins right up and out of the fabric fibers. To use it, work on the stain while it's as fresh as possible, since older, dried blood is tougher to remove. Pour the 3% peroxide directly onto the spot and let it bubble away for a few minutes. Then blot it with a clean cloth, rinse with cold water, and repeat if any shadow of the stain remains. A quick word of caution here. Because peroxide is a mild bleach, it's safest on white and light-colored fabrics. On dark or vividly colored materials, always dab a hidden corner first to make sure it won't lighten the color. This same trick works wonders on other protein-based messes too, which brings us to something happening in your kitchen right now that you'd probably rather not think about. Number 4, whiten a stained toilet bowl overnight. Nobody enjoys talking about the toilet, but housekeepers deal with them all day, and hydrogen peroxide is one of their quiet weapons against that dreaded stain ring. Over time, toilet bowls develop ugly discoloration from a combination of mineral deposits, hard water, and bacteria. Most people attack it with harsh, lung-burning chemical cleaners that reek of chlorine, but peroxide can do the job with far less drama and far less scrubbing. The reason it works so well is that same double-action punch. It disinfects the bowl by destroying the bacteria living in it, and at the same time, its oxygenating bleaching action lifts and lightens the organic stains that cause that grimy ring. The method couldn't be simpler. Pour about half a cup of 3% hydrogen peroxide directly into the bowl, then give it a quick swish with your toilet brush to coat the sides. The real secret is patience. Leave it to sit for at least 20 to 30 minutes, or even better, pour it in right before bed and let it work overnight while you sleep. By morning, a quick brush and a flush will reveal a noticeably brighter, cleaner bowl, with much of the staining broken down for you. For stubborn rings, sprinkle a little baking soda in along with the peroxide to add some gentle scrubbing power to the mix. Just remember the golden rule one more time. Don't pour it in right after using a bleach-based toilet cleaner. Give the bowl a good flush and let it clear first, so the two never meet. Number 5, destroy bathroom mold and mildew. That creeping black and pink gunk in the corners of your shower, along the tile lines and around the caulk, is more than just ugly. Mold and mildew can genuinely affect the air quality in your home, and housekeepers know that hydrogen peroxide is one of the most effective and least toxic ways to fight it. Mold is a living fungus, and remember what we established at the very beginning. Peroxide destroys fungi. When it makes contact with mold, its powerful oxidizing action attacks the fungal cells and breaks them down, killing the growth rather than just smearing it around or bleaching it invisible the way some products do. This is a big deal because a lot of people spray bleach on mold, watch it turn white, and assume it's gone. On porous surfaces, the bleach often just lightens the surface while the roots survive. Peroxide's oxygen-releasing action does a better job of getting in and actually killing it on hard, non-porous bathroom surfaces. To tackle it, pour undiluted 3% hydrogen peroxide into a dark spray bottle and saturate the moldy area completely. Let it sit and bubble for around 10 minutes so it has time to penetrate and do its work. Then scrub the spot with a brush or an old toothbrush and wipe everything clean. For the best results, make sure the area is well ventilated and consider giving it a second application on especially stubborn patches. Keeping a spray bottle in the bathroom for a quick weekly spritz on the shower walls can stop the mold from ever getting a foothold in the first place. Number 6. Sanitize kitchen sponges and cutting boards. Here's a genuinely unsettling fact. The kitchen sponge is often the single most germ-covered item in the entire house, frequently dirtier than the toilet seat. Housekeepers and kitchen staff know this, which is why hydrogen peroxide plays a starring role in keeping food prep areas safe. That damp, warm food-flecked sponge is basically a 5-star resort for bacteria, like E. coli and salmonella. When you wipe your counters with it, you're often just redistributing those germs across every surface. Peroxide can break that cycle. To disinfect a sponge, soak it in a bowl of undiluted 3% hydrogen peroxide or spray it down thoroughly and let it sit for several minutes. The peroxide penetrates into the sponge and its oxygenating action kills off the bacteria hiding deep inside all those little pockets. Give it a good rinse afterward, and you've got a far safer sponge for pennies. Your cutting boards deserve the same treatment, especially wooden ones that soak up juices from raw meat. After washing the board with soap and water, pour or spray peroxide across the surface. Let it fizz and sit for a few minutes, then rinse it clean. This is a fantastic extra layer of protection after cutting raw chicken, where dangerous bacteria love to linger in the tiny knife grooves. You can extend this same logic to dishcloths, kitchen towels, and even the inside of your refrigerator. Anywhere food germs gather, a spray of peroxide and a little patience will help keep your kitchen genuinely clean, not just clean-looking. Number 7. Restore dingy grout to bright white. Take a close look at the grout lines between your bathroom or kitchen tiles. If they have gone from crisp white to a depressing gray or brown, you are not alone, and you definitely do not need to hire a professional to fix it. This is one of the most satisfying peroxide tricks there is. Grout is porous, which means it soaks up dirt, soap scum, grease, and grime like a sponge, and traps it deep down where a normal mop cannot reach. Because peroxide combines a bleaching action with the ability to break down organic buildup, it is ideally suited to lifting that trapped filth back out and brightening the grout to something close to its original color. For light discoloration, spraying 3% peroxide along the grout lines and letting it sit for a while may be enough on its own. But for that deep ground-in grime, the pros mix it into a paste. Combine hydrogen peroxide with baking soda until you get a thick, spreadable consistency. Then apply it right onto the grout lines. Let that paste sit and work its magic for at least 10 to 15 minutes so the peroxide has time to penetrate and the baking soda can provide some gentle abrasion. Then take an old toothbrush or a grout brush and scrub along the lines. You will be genuinely shocked at the difference as years of buildup lifts away and the bright white underneath is revealed. Finish by wiping and rinsing the area clean. The transformation is so dramatic, it can make an entire bathroom or kitchen look freshly renovated, all thanks to a dollar bottle and a little elbow grease. Number 8. Get streak-free mirrors and glass. If you've ever cleaned a mirror only to step back and see a maze of smears and streaks in the light, this one is going to change your life. It's a trick professional cleaners swear by, and it costs almost nothing. Most commercial glass cleaners contain additives, dyes, and fragrances that can leave behind a thin residue, and that residue is exactly what catches the light and shows up as streaks. Hydrogen peroxide, by contrast, breaks down into little more than water and oxygen as it evaporates, which means it cleans effectively and then disappears without leaving a film behind. On top of that, it cuts through the grime that builds up on glass surprisingly well, whether that's toothpaste splatter on the bathroom mirror, greasy fingerprints on a glass tabletop, or that stubborn haze on your windows. To use it, spray a light, even mist of 3% peroxide across the glass. Then wipe it down with a clean microfiber cloth, or for that classic truly streak-free finish, buff it dry with a crumpled sheet of newspaper or a lint-free cloth. The key is not to oversaturate the surface, since a light misting is all you need. This works beautifully on mirrors, windows, glass shower doors, and even the glass front of your oven or microwave. And there's a hidden bonus because peroxide is a disinfectant. You're sanitizing that heavily touched bathroom mirror and those glass handles at the very same time you're making them sparkle, cleaner and germ-free in a single wipe. Number 9. Brighten dingy white sneakers and soles. We'll finish with a fun one that goes beyond the bathroom and kitchen. Those white sneakers you loved when you first bought them, the ones that have slowly faded to a sad scuffed gray. Hydrogen peroxide can bring them back to life. The dinginess on white shoes comes from a buildup of dirt, body oils, and general grime working its way into the canvas, rubber, and mesh. Peroxide's bleaching and stain-lifting action goes to work on all of that, oxidizing the discoloration and restoring the bright white that's been hiding under months of wear. Here's how the pros do it. Mix hydrogen peroxide with baking soda and often a little dish soap into a paste. Using an old toothbrush, scrub that paste into the fabric and rubber soles of the shoes, paying extra attention to the yellowed or scuffed areas. Really work it into the material. Then comes the secret ingredient, sunlight. Set the shoes outside in direct sun while the paste is still on them. The UV light supercharges the peroxide's whitening action, and this combination is fantastic for fighting the yellowing that plagues white soles in particular. Let them sit and dry out fully. Once the paste has dried, brush or wipe away the residue, and you'll be looking at a dramatically brighter pair of shoes. This same peroxide and baking soda approach can be used to refresh white canvas bags, brighten dingy socks, and lift stains from other white fabric items around the house. As always, since peroxide lightens color, keep this one to your white and light items and test a hidden spot on anything you're unsure about. And there you have it. That humble brown bottle can disinfect your home, rescue your stained clothes, kill mold, and brighten everything from grout to sneakers, all for about $1. No wonder housekeepers keep it close. So which of these are you trying first? Drop a comment and let us know. If this saved you some money, hit that like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe with notifications on so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching.